It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation.
Ready to go?
I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Hello and Greg Anthony. Another chapter in this battle for Texas as the Rockets come to San Antonio. They're hoping they can carry over some of that momentum from their undefeated homestand.
It's go time. Now, these are two teams whose rivalry goes way back, and anytime they... Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam. That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what?
Man.
That man can climb a ladder.
And Howard, here we go. That's good. Howard's got his first 2 points.
And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league.
Harden with it. Now Green defending. It's Harden with the drive. Capella dishes to Harden. Howard, the pass to Ariza. Here's Harden. Banked in off the glass.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
And there's the pass to Aldridge. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Leonard's got 5.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Harden kicks to Capella. And that one is stuck right through.
Big time finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim, too, just for good measure.
Yeah, but guys, nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating every now and then.
Outside, Green. Here's Aldridge. Knocked loose. And stolen by Howard. And it's Houston on the break. The 3 from Harden. Capella kicks to Harden. Out to the right wing. The second chance effort. And it's Capella missing.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
Aldridge misses. Houston leading by 3. It's Ariza on the wing. Back to Harden. Harden missing again. As Greg was just talking about, the assistant that was hired was Becky Hammond, a phenomenal player for a very long time in the WNBA. And Clark, you know, you and I were talking about this before. She was a perfect candidate to become the first full-time female assistant.
Yeah, I agree with you, and it might not seem like that big a deal to some, but this was a big-time barrier breaker that the Spurs pulled off.
That doesn't go either for Aldridge. The Rockets have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
Green dishes to Aldridge to stop the drought. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
Yeah, the Rockets were able to make it to the second spot in the West at the very end of the season. Actually came down to the last day. They could have ended as low as 6 going into the final games.
Last season for the Rockets, they finished as the number 2 team in the West to the Golden State Warriors. But, you know, they had to battle the whole way through.
Yeah, in part because of injuries. I mean, the Rockets did well to come in second in the West, but it was because they took care of the so-called easy games. 33 wins in the conference, but a record of 12-16 against the other playoff teams out West.
Leonard, the pass to Aldridge. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
Monteunice is checked in for Houston. Leonard kicks to Aldridge. Fader on the way. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And the thing I took away from that one was just how valuable their guys coming off the bench were.
I thought the reserves were the difference in the game, Greg. I mean, a lot of the scoring came from the bench.
On the wing, Green. Stolen by Harden. Up in time. Got it! Got it! What a shot!
Wow, what a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How'd he get that?
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Houston on top, up 11. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And for the Rockets here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
You know, you can tell right now this team's on the same page. They are right where they want to be offensively.
Well, finding scores on time and on target with your passes will make scoring the ball easy for them.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Rockets. Beverly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Then there's Howard. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Capella in the foursome. And the Rockets making a change here. Jones is checked in.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Diaw can't hit.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
It's Harden. The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
That's straight up Showtime stuff right there, baby. Major highlight reel material.
It's not really a surprise at this point, but the Spurs were in the playoffs last year. 18th consecutive appearance.
Yeah, and they weren't in that usual top 3 spot, though. Although, had they won the last game, instead of being the 6th, they could have been the 2nd.
Right.
Didn't have that home court advantage, and as they went up against the Clippers, it really cost them in that 7th game.
Lots of room. San Antonio again missing. Outside, Jones. Now the feed to Howard. And a foul on the shot. He'll